Not at all.
I will tell you this, and the rest of you don't listen. One time, I got mugged, and I was left unconscious, and I remember little tiny pieces, but I don't even remember a whole lot of what happened, But the recovery was terrible. And I'm a big baby. I'm not saying that, but the recovery was horrible. I thought I never would be okay again. And I do have some problems from it. But I thought then, I might could shoot somebody if I thought they were going to do that to me again. Now, I've never thought I could shoot anybody, but now I'm going to tell you that was bad, And they didn't do as good a job on me as they would have on somebody like you. So, well, they would think you would get up and get them,
They probably would shot me.
So, I'm just saying, it was so bad that I did think after that, and I don't have a gun, so I'm not going to shoot anybody. I'm just saying that it was bad enough that I think, I understand why people might shoot if something like that's what's going to happen to you. But I really don't understand shooting too much. However, I read that in England, they don't have, they can't carry guns and all. And so bad guys knife you and they throw acid in your face. And I thought that over, and I think out of all those three, I might rather be shot. I just don't know.
It's a slow, easy. That's a fast death. I wouldn't want to sit there and feel my face burn off.
Well, and I don't think you die. I just think it's horrible, So I'm just saying, I think that I'd just soon be shot. But the kids from Malvern were telling me that kids have guns all the time in Malvern schools.
I wouldn't.
They wouldn't have them in a school my children were in. I'd be up there throwing a fit every day. That's ridiculous.
There was 14 people that knew about the dude that had the gun in our school. And they didn't tell.
And they didn't tell?
Because he threatened that if he told, he'd shoot. That if they told, he'd shoot.
How do they teach y'all about handling that in school? How do they tell y'all?
Run to the safest place you can. Behind a locked door with an adult.
Well, school's a lot different than it was when I was growing up. I never did worry about anybody with a gun. And boys came to school in pickups, and they had those, gun hangers in the back window. You may not even see them anymore. And they had guns on them, and,
They didn't worry about it.
We didn't even think about it. It would never have crossed my mind that anybody would ever come into school and shoot, So I don't know. I think it's a lot harder. And you know what else is harder? And then we're going to do Spanish, but y'all study stuff so much younger than even my kids did. Like school is 150 times harder than it used to be. And I'm not saying you can't pass it and all that, but it's hard. Used to, kids weren't doing stuff y'all are in elementary school. It's gotten harder. It's harder than when your parents were in school. They may not know it, but it is. I'm shocked when I figure out what y'all are doing.
Most of our parents nowadays can't even begin to think about the stuff that we have to do.
Well, yesterday I heard something I thought was really interesting. This man was talking about the people who had been through the World War II. And he said those same people, their fathers came home from World War I, and they would be old enough to know that. Then they went through the Great Depression. And then as just very young men, they went to World War II. They had it all. It was tough. And then that bunch of people raised people like me, and we can't do anything. We think we're depressed, or we have some psychosis, or we're, So, I don't know. And then we got tough on you. I don't know. It seems like y'all had it tougher than we did. Although, you know what used to happen when I was in school? Somebody would call and make a bomb threat, and they'd send us all home. So everybody liked that. So they did that all the time. And then they got where they could trace the calls, and they had to stop that because they'd arrest people. But yeah, we got out of school a lot for bomb threats. I was in I had something I really didn't know on a test, and at that same time, we got a bomb threat. We had to leave our papers, and we just graded what we had and did a percentage of what we had. Is that lucky or what? So listen, I brought some salsa, and I thought y'all could judge salsa. I was trying to think of something fun and a little bit different to do today. So I don't know if you'll think it's fun or not, but you know, if you have some brilliant idea, you can tell me, but let's see. I brought you a little chart. I brought you some Spanish that we need to do, but I brought you a little chart to grade salsa. But since I didn't think it through as well as I should have, I probably need to explain it to you. So I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to eat salsa. I'm not going to do anything harmful to you. I understand some people hate it. Some people are allergic to tomatoes. You don't have to eat anything. But I thought this might be interesting for you because I don't know if you realize this or not. But Walmart gets a huge tax break because a certain percentage of their products are made in the United States. So they have to keep a certain percentage of American-made products. One of the things that they really like to do is stuff like salsa. They can buy 7 or 8 salsas that are made in the United States, put them on the shelf, it doesn't take up a lot of room, and they can add that to their number of products made in the United States. So there are always going to be some weird salsas at Walmart. So my daughter-in-law buys every kind of salsa ever made. So I got her to pick some out for me, and she picked one out that she said tastes like what most people like. Then she picked out 2 that were kind of different, and she told me that the one that's like most people like is probably because it's the cheapest. Everybody buys it. I bought one that was a little bit more expensive, and it's turned out not to be everybody's favorite. I thought it would. But I wanted you to try it if you wanted to. This is what I thought you would do, but you can do it any way you want to. If you look at this page, I wanted you to vote por tu salsa favorita. I want you to vote for your favorite salsa. Can you, oh, sorry. Hey, listen. Yeah. Okay. I want to talk to y'all about earbuds. Y'all play with me I'm not making you do much. Just for a few minutes. This is not that hard. Throw something at her. She's not with us. Anyway, he's gonna get her. Oh my goodness. Is she alive? Anyway, I brought 3 salsas, so I labeled them A, B, and C, and I don't care if you see the label or anything. But then,
the other paper to it.
What do you need, another one?
The other paper.
Okay, so I put flavor, and I thought you could rank the 3 in flavor, and I put texture, so some people like it thin, some people don't. And then I put your favorite, so I didn't think this through. So I think if it's your favorite, you know, it could be a 5. If it's your medium, it could be a 3, and your least favorite's a 1, because 5 is the highest. 5 is the best number. And then I'm going to get you total them, and I'll just tell you what your favorite are. So people have done this different ways. I think you're going to need a lot of chips, because you'll have to eat a couple of chips between them. But whatever you want to do. But I think if you would try and get a plate, and you know, try to put them on there and see if you can taste the different ones. You can get up and do every one separately if you want to. Oh, it's kind of got crumbly there at the bottom. All right, but anyway, would y'all try this? I forgot to buy napkins. So you just get the leftover ones at my house that are gingerbread men. Sorry about that. And I brought some water because I thought that might make this better. So would y'all like to try something?
Sure.
Thanks for being involved. fresh tomatoes yet. So I mean, you know, my daughter-in-law buys salsa all the time, and I taste different sauces, and sometimes I get ideas for what to put in mine, so. You just kinda have to kinda line them up when you get them on your plate, so you'll know how to, it's the only problem. And y'all can eat all the salsa and chips you want. I just was hoping you'd try it and kind of judge it a little. But you can. It's all good. If your mom picks you up before you eat lunch, you don't need a snack. We got you in a bad mood today. You got to get in a bad mood.
No, I'm just tired. No, like sauces though, it just.
I know, everybody does like it. I like every kind of food. I think my daughter-in-law's gonna turn into salsa, she eats so much of it. But it's so weird, he came to my class early and now he's trying to get out. Be sure to get some water, cause they will, all those salted chips will get to you, you know? I was just trying to think of something different, but y'all come in the classroom. Just a minute, I've got to go with you, please.
She's gonna use the restroom.
Okay. Well, I gotta take the phone. You ready to go home? For a couple days? I heard y'all were really gonna have fun when you come back, we're just gonna do all kinds of fun stuff. It's not spicy, is it spicy?
No, it's fine, I just wanted to try it.
Let me put these chips up here.
What do I go to check out at? Like, Destiny, special?
Yeah.
Which part of it's after lunch, when they get back?
I thought if y'all would do it, we would just measure.
It's
just
definitely
to
in the girl.
make- For curiosity's sake, you know.
She's already there.
I like mine with a whole lot of, cilantro.
Cilantro is amazing.
Yeah, but I really like to douse off that cilantro, but I like cilantro anytime. So that might be part of the problem. So none of them have enough cilantro for me, but. Well, I mean, I don't know, you know, like, I figured one tastes better than the other, you know, I figured I'd compare them. Yeah. I was just gonna do it for fun and let y'all compare what people like to watch. You can't vote if you don't taste them, boy. You can't
He did.
vote.
I did.
Oh, good. See, I didn't think you did.
The first one's A. I didn't try the first one.
Mm-hmm.
B is that one. It's just good. Texture. It's good. Very good. 5 is favorite. 5 is like top favorite.
I don't like stuff real hot, because then I don't think it tastes good. But,
I like the Mexican restaurant salsa. Like the homemade stuff. That stuff's amazing.
yeah, well, but usually when you make it, you have fresh tomatoes, and you can taste the fresh.
It's got the
part.
onions and the cilantro and all
Yeah,
that.
it's better, yeah, and garlic,
Amazing.
you know, and, but if you know, we're not in the, we don't really have tomatoes ripe yet, so. Anyway, sometimes it's nice to buy something out of a bottle and not have to make it too.
I prefer my sauces spicy. I don't know
You
why.
like yours, so, and if you do like it really spicy, that is a problem. However, you can still taste it and think if it were hotter, it would, yeah.
I love everything spicy.
So, what do you use? Which kind of pepper do you use?
I use jalapenos, but like I cut it and then take a bite out of it to see if it's spicy.
Yeah,
or
because
not.
jalapenos are really different, aren't they? Yeah. I love, chili rellenos, but I like to know what we're starting with. So like I said, yeah. So, and that's the trouble with, in Arkansas, as the summer gets hotter, the peppers get hotter.
Oh, yeah.
The hotter the sun, the hotter the peppers. So everything I like the best in the spring that is peppers, because I don't like mine so hot.
Yeah, okay. So you're talking, you use jalapenos? Well, we use bell peppers.
Oh, no, I use jalapenos
No,
for
we use
that.
bell peppers because my dad, he eats something way too spicy. He gets the hiccups for like 3 days or so.
Oh,
And
that's
so
terrible.
So we use bell peppers instead of jalapenos.
Oh, no, we use jalapenos. But I like jalapenos really well until the middle of the summer, and then they're too hot for me.
Don't get the shriveled up ones either. Like, if you go somewhere and they're like shriveled up and they've got creases in them, those are the hottest ones. Those
I like
things-
serrano peppers.
Serrano.
I like habanero peppers, the orange ones. Those things are good.
I like even make stew and put, peppers and stuff in my beef stew, just because I like that flavor, but I don't like them to get too hot.
One time, I took some, I cooked a taco up with some carne asada on it and everything, some lettuce and something else. And I minced a mango, and I put, I made it into like, what's that stuff called, pico de gallo?
Yeah.
I made it into like a pico with, cilantro, onions, habanero peppers, mangoes, and I put it on that taco, and oh my god.
I tell you what else, it's really
That
good with
was
scrambled
amazing.
eggs. Pico de gallo's good with everything, but it's kind of like salsa to me.
My dad's here. I got to go.
I like Mexican food, but you have to watch those people. They can make it hot.
Okay,
Because they,
yeah, we went to this restaurant and this guy was like,
have a good weekend.
can you put jalapenos on it? And then like the workers were Mexican and they started laughing. And when he gets his plate, he takes a bite full and he's like, oh my god, I don't know whether laughing. I eat like,
Bye.
Bye-bye. We have, on campus, we have faculty, we have staff, and then we have maintenance. And we don't mix. Like faculty think they're too cool and, like that. Well, anyway, there's this family, and they're Mexican, and they don't speak English, I don't think. I don't think anybody does, but I mean the children are grown. But anyway, they're, maintenance.
Here you go.
And I've gotten to be good friends with them. And so we were gonna have this little faculty thing, and he said, let me make guacamole for you. And he said, oh, my guacamole, well, they put jalapenos in the guacamole. It
Yeah.
would make you walk around on your tiptoes.
yeah. At our house, we don't use salsa that much. We get guacamole.
Yeah.
And my mom, when I make it, it's not spicy, but when my mom makes it, I'm just like,
She's taking it seriously.
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna add it up and tell y'all. But you know what, when you really, and you don't know this, but when Mexico was such a poor country, and this is probably before you were born, Mexico was really a poor country, people learned to eat lots of pinto beans for protein, because it was healthy. But really, if you eat Mexican food at somebody's house, it's really not fattening like in the restaurant. I'm not saying it's not, it's got some calories, but I'm just saying it's not like in the house. But Mexican desserts, those are the healthiest desserts you can eat, because they do so much sugar on the outside instead of
Yeah.
pouring it on the inside. And there's a lot about Mexican food that I wish we would all learn that's not restaurant, that's real, you know.
I know this dessert and I know how to make it. It's like just fruit and then like with marshmallows in it, and then it's like 3 types of milk. And it's really
See, I've
good.
never heard of anything. I hadn't
Yeah.
even heard of that.
Like every party you go to that's Mexican or like any Hispanic, they'll always have that. I'm like, why do you, like, I asked them, why do you have this? He's like, because everyone loves it, and it's just started coming back to our culture.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, you know, and it's something that, I don't know how your parents raised you or anything, but most of the people who live here are just Americans. I mean, you know, and so they're doing everything just about the way that everybody else does it. But where you can really get to, can't understand it, okay, how about this one? Oh, somebody did not like number 1. Well, I think it's interesting to talk with you because, okay, this is not, my first 2 classes, they like the first one, and that's just Walmart stuff. It's by far the cheapest. That's probably what people buy for salsa. In my first 2 classes, they were pretty close on number 3, but like it was, number 3 is made by a pretty good sized company, but it's made in Texas, and it costs almost $2 more than any of the others. So I thought, when I had not tasted it, I thought it was gonna be super. Well, that was everybody's second. And then, in my first 2 classes, they really did not like the middle one. In my last class, I have 4 kids who I would say are Hispanic in that class. And I'm just kind of guessing with that. But they picked out the kids picked out the first one, and then the second one was the middle one. So I even wondered if that was a taste that I didn't know. But in your class, you picked them out right in order, first, second, third. And see, my first 2 classes like third, almost as much as they did first, but not yet. And I thought second did taste different. When I opened the jar for that third one, it smelled different. But y'all seem to like it okay. But that second one was the one the others didn't like, and y'all thought it was fine, so. Yeah, y'all did not like the third. So, and that was the one that cost more. Isn't that funny? Well, I wish I sort of knew what was going on next week, but I am going to go down there and talk to them. I think we're having class Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Not Tuesday or Wednesday. Just Wednesday.
Not Tuesday, because we leave at 11.
Okay.
Leave Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then what about Wednesday?
We leave. We ain't got nothing.
I know, but do you wait till noon to go like you do today?
No. There's nothing for me.
Okay. Would y'all like to, is there anything you would like to do Monday? What would be interesting to you? That helps. I just want you to know that. Okay, well,
My sister cooking me too.
I can bring cookies, but here's the problem with cookies. You know, I was trying to kind of do things that had to do with Spanish culture or Spanish people, or, you know, cookies are not a real common dessert. I've tried cooking sopapillas up here, but it sends off the smoke alarms. And the science people don't really like for me to set off the smoke alarms. And the other thing is, when you fry stuff, you can fry it, but if you fry it like 4 times, like I'd have to do for this class, the oil gets kind of old and it doesn't taste good. And so I don't know how to cook for you, you know. So So I was trying to do other things, so I didn't have to do anything that was gonna mess up too much. But I have already set off the smoke alarms and they don't like it. And I'm not clever enough to think of just anything. And I thought about some kind of craft thing, cause there are a couple of things that are kind of fun, but you know, I've got some little snot nosers who don't like to do stuff like that. I don't know. You know, they think they're too